all of the time. I watch yourself on the internet just to see what you'd find. I want your things in my room, I miss you all of the time. You make it look so easy, being in everything behind. Ah, 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 ah. Uh, 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 uh. I want your things in mine. You look so cool. Getting. Oh my god. No handlebars, you wanna cry. You look so cool, I wanna die. Is it too cool to say what's on my mind? Uh, 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 doo-doo, doo, doo, doo-doo, doo, doo. You look so cool, getting high. You don't bend the bars, you wanna cry. Yeah, good. Do, 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 do. Boom. Okay, good, good. And we're gonna do. No, da-da-da-da, do, do, do. Good. Ooh, shit. My mistake. Don't blink is your boy for Coconut Show. President Monster having a wonderful day on this gorgeous night, doing gorgeous 21st July 2026. It will be thunderstorm. There ain't gonna be a thunderstorm. It is super, super good. Weather is muy bien, muy bien. Fun fact is very windy, so I'm gonna be a bit worried about the phone being um, what you call it, out in the balcony, but that's okay. I want to apologize to Crown because basically I did two recording, which is the stream and everything, and there's no microphone. I forgot to put it back because this morning I was playing a weird hero. And yeah, so I'm sorry about that, but we'll fix it. So now I'm gonna be filming outside. I got a couple of videos to do, and that's pretty much it. So let's go. The thing that I hate is that it's really risky. Like the thing that I hate is that it's really risky. Like there's 100% chance that the phone's gonna fall. But hey, that's the life of a content creator, I guess. So very stormy afternoon of 21st July 2026. I do not trust you. That's good. So now, before we start, I want to bring something very quickly. Um, no, 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 no. This is risky. This is way too risky. Okay. It's okay, guys. You're gonna see me holding. You see me holding the tripod. It's not a big deal. No, this is too dangerous. This is way too dangerous. Guys, this is not a good idea. Okay. Actually, not bad. Because, like, tree phone just fell. The tree phone that just fell are behind they're behind like a line. So they're inside the slot for the they're inside the slot. No, that's way too risky. Okay. We're gonna go inside. Yeah, we're gonna go inside. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted the content outside, but fuck. What am I supposed to do? No. You see, I'm gonna be stressed out the whole time. Forget about it. I'm sorry. I wanted to do it, but I can't. Okay. Leaving. Fuck it, dudes. Fuck it. Usually I don't mind, but I have over like I literally have 5 number worth of equipment. Like yeah, some of these phones are cheap, but doesn't mean that some of all of them are cheap. And for the one that are cheaper, we pay double for the one that are expensive. So yeah. Fuck it. Fuck it. This is the part of the chair that broke. It's not a big deal. We're gonna be missing one of the whole almost whole year. Like, I'm gonna be honest. We've been doing Project Vendetta for what? For 292 days. Yeah, the apartment is a mess. See, the apartment is a mess often because, like, I'm not in a lot. I'm not inside a lot, so when I do tend to be outside, inside don't matter as much. Because as long as my bed is clean, as long as the sofa is clean, as long as these two are clean, we're good. Because the rest I don't touch. Like the kitchen. Last time you saw me eat here. So, like I was saying, if I'm being completely honest, um, apart from the winter, of course, how much did you see me inside? Not a lot. Yeah, but if I'm going inside, I'm gonna have to clean the house because this is disgusting. It's not. It's not bad to. It's not bad to. It's not that bad. It's not bad enough to not live inside, but it's bad enough to be like, dude, this is unhealthy. Like, not even like violation, code of violation, just unhealthy. I know it's pretty dark, but trust me, I'm gonna work some magic. You know, no, no, I wanna cry. I've been watching a lot of Moses the Ruler. I was supposed to do some things. What I think I'm gonna do is either I'm either gonna stream again today, or I'm gonna do some mobile gaming. Um, the the problem with the mobile gaming is I would be able to upload everything and everything and everything. The problem with streaming is I would have more to upload tomorrow. So it's safer to play mobile game today, but I don't have time to do everything. Oh, yeah, in the garbage. In the garbage. So yeah, so today, there's not really a use to there's not really a use to the intro because we've done one before. Is it too dark? I don't know. I never know if it's too dark. For me, it's okay, but for you guys, I want to give you guys some quality, you know? Yeah. So, problem with having 12 cans of a Monster is you feel like drinking 12 cans of a Monster. Been drinking two of these bad boys a day lately, so that's not good. They still give me a week. Okay, good. It's delicious. I'm gonna check something. Mm. Um, because your boy 2008 new boo. What is a yellow heart on Snapchat? So we're gonna do Amazon. Ink, what is that magic you talk about? See, 12 can cost us $31, which is not that bad. It's not bad at all. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Please don't call. I wonder why. But then I had enough. My window, and I can see it all. Even if my face, it would all be great. Put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. We also need to check if I'm uploading. Yeah, it's a shame because, like, when I'm talking about the state of the apartment, like, to me, if it's, I live inside, so even if it's dirty, I don't really mind. I'm not going to complain too much. But filming, I still want to make an effort for you guys, not for me, for you guys. Knife. There you go. Now I'm gonna bring what my mom brought up because my mom brought me so much food. Um, this is Mama Vendetta strikes again times freaking 1,000. I want your things in my room. I miss you all the time. Oh my Atlantis. Ooh. Okay. Look at this. Jesus. And I did promise you I was gonna fix the lighting, so I'll be right back. Mm. There you go. Do you see? Not perfect in any shape or form, but better because we're letting more light in. And the coolest thing is there's no thunder, so I don't have to film outside. And the coolest thing is we're filming earlier because there's no thunder. I don't have a schedule to film, right? And because there is no. Ooh, that was heavy. Because there's no thunder, there's no schedule to film, and because there's no sunset, we still have that natural lighting, so it's not perfect. It's gonna have this huge low. But hey, I'm not happy. Next. So we have Kraft dinner ramen, dude. It's gonna be delicious. We have one extra spicy and cheesy ramen, which looks amazing. We have extra cheesy ramen. We do have good. So we have three of the same, but at the same time, these looks delicious. And I'm not lying. I think I'm gonna have one tonight for supper. I have a chicken pot pie that I have to eat, but these just looks too good. And yeah, we can try that out, right? We have these. Oh, thank God. She bought me muffins. I was afraid it was going to cranberry. Actually, cranberry, blueberry, raisins. I'm not a big fan of it. However, strawberry is actually super cool. So, thanks a lot, Mom. Thanks a lot, Mom. Here's Rabbit. Here's your brand new car. You can have it. A 1928 Delta. This shit won't even take me to the shelter. If you got the reference, you're amazing. If you didn't get it, 8 Mile. About 38 minutes in the movie. Cause Genie move on with his mother. Cause he ain't got no place to go. And right now I'm back in the gutter with a garbage bag that's full of clothes. And of course, now it's gonna be the rainbow. But yeah, the wind is way too strong. So I'm gonna be opening that huge bag. Holy shit! I didn't even know that they're doing bag like that. This is a good bag to have though. Okay, so I'm seeing already some great stuff. Great stuff. Right? We have some Cheerios. Right? Super cool. Um, these are good. They're oatmeal, so that's a bit less good, but really good. Grew up on these bad boys because there was a lot of sweet cereal. I didn't have it. My mom bought me. Oh my god, some Puma shoes. Yes, I'm a size 7. Okay, they're super nice. They are super nice. Yeah, they're badass. Look at this. They are badass. Holy, these are cool. These are really cool. These are really cool. Merci, ma. Didn't have to. See? Too generous. We have some CV. Can't physically show you the CV because there's my information on it, but I got I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 CV. Okay, good. Not sure how many places it is believed I'm gonna do, but still got some white bread. One of my favorites. I have to say, for bread, I'm not complacent as long as it's not whole grain or whole wheat. I was gonna say white, huh? No. It's all good. We have some. Oh my legs! Look at this chicken freaking breast. This I'm gonna have to eat because there's so many of them, and I don't have the place in my freezer. And chicken, you can keep it for 2, maybe 3 days in the fridge. So this is gonna be tonight. Because tonight's gonna be a good night. Because tonight's gonna be. We have some. Ooh, okay. We have Elegance Biscoff. Super cool. Never had these. If you know Biscoff, you know that they're possibly one of the more popular cookies. We got jalapeno hummus, which I haven't even tried the first one, but I'm sure it's delicious because it's jalapeno and hummus. So, chances are that if you like the two things, they're gonna be good. We have frozen, I believe, lasagna. Super cool. It's gonna be delicious, right? Don't fall. We have some eggs. We started yesterday the 12 eggs, so yeah, but they're cooked eggs, so I think they last longer. We have oh my Atlantis. Got not one, but 2 steaks. Super nice. Love the blood here. We have a Pepsi, which is diet and no caffeine. Okay, cool. Ooh, that is super nice. It's super nice. We do have 3 jalapeno slices, which is actually unbelievable. And there you go. Well, I think that's a lot. But I'm super thankful. So what I'm gonna do is, of course, gonna call my mom. And I want to say thank you. It was very nice. It's very kind of her. Uh, so I want your things in my room. I'm make you all of the time. I watch myself on the internet just to see what you'd find. I want your things in my room. I make this all of the time. You make it look so easy. What? Uh, I mean, in the group on Snap, which is kind of adult. Of course, I don't send a picture of myself because I don't like the way I look. But I took a screenshot, and I was gonna write no screenshot, but there's no news in that group. So what is screenshotting, dude? Call my mom. Let's call my mom. Dude, this is so much food. I'm very grateful. Don't get me wrong, this is so much. Hi, Mom. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I just wanted to call and say thank you so much. Everything is super, super, super fine. I mean, holy crap, Mama! You spoil me. The shoes are super nice. Yes. I have to break them a little bit because they do feel a little. I have to. They feel a little bit tight on the heel. Uh huh. Okay. But the color is fantastic. The design is fantastic. It's a beautiful shoes. I can't hear you, man. You're breaking up. Well, I'm gonna break them a little bit, and then after like a couple of days, I will tell you. I pinky promise. The rest, Mama, is fantastic. I am so excited. Everything is so good. I'm very thankful. Thank you so much, Ma. Did you have a good time with Maria? Oh, okay, okay. Ah, so you cannot invite twice. Yeah, yeah. You like Arby's too. That is awesome, Ma. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so very popular girly, huh? Did she do RVs, and RVs? Good, 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 good. You're lucky it wasn't raining because this afternoon it was. They announced thunder, but there was nothing. Well, listen, hey, it's better nothing than everything, huh? Okay, I promise you, ma. And did you have a nice day? We, I'm gonna put them in the air fryer, just because I didn't have, I didn't plan space in the freezer, so I'm gonna have to eat them today and tomorrow, and but it should be fine. Mama, it looks delicious. Yes, it takes less space. You're right, absolutely. Uh huh. Mhm. Well, like I said, I'm gonna check out the turnaround because I cannot follow directives. I swear to God, man. We know that I like the wings, huh? They show you on the box how to cook it, and you do it, and they turn out they're dry, not juicy. I think it's too strong. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go. So because they think that it's frozen, that's why they're stronger. Uh huh. You're right. Yeah, yeah. It did make sense because also the food that I eat on is most of the time is cooked. You're right. Everything was a okay. I am super excited. I'm very excited for the food, and thank you so much. Oui, merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. The only thing is, and this again, it's super a big deal, but he gave me 5 CV, ma. I need a little bit. I need a little bit more. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. Perfect. You told me that you asked me if I heard from Carl. Did you heard from Carl? But he has your number. Okay. C'est bon. C'est bon parce que sinon il va se dire, écoute, il est fatiguant lui. Well, the pharmacie, it's Athens. But so it's the forklift driver, and it was complex because they asked me to reculer, and then so I want you to imagine a T, okay? So you have to back away in a T, and you have to go to the left, but you don't see past the wall. So it's very hard. It's very hard to it's very hard to what you call it. Ben oui, parce qu'il faut que tu contournes, il faut que tu contournes à l'envers. You have to turn backward. And because I don't drive, I'm not used to that, so it's un peu compliqué. But she said, I said, she said, I'll keep you in touch because you were nice and you speak both French and English. And sometimes we have drivers that are Anglophone. But even Maria told me yesterday that she said, no, I can do on the job. He's such a good talker. I know. And like she said, there's something wrong. There's something wrong because and he likes people. I know. Je sais, man, mais trust me, man, it's a war out there. Because like I told you, I get like offers for job, mais c'est des offres des blagues. So they give me like 12 hours or 15 hours of minimum salaries. I'm like, I have a rent to pay. How am I supposed to pay the rent? And then I get a comment. You wanna get like comment? The job they offered me like c'était 16 heures par semaine. Okay, so 3 shifts de 5h30, right? Because they're paying for the dinner. They're paying for the lunch break. And they for me 16 hours, and I said I'm gonna need it a little bit more because I have bills to pay and I have rent to pay. And they told me don't worry about it. And 5 to 6 months, you might find an opening. Okay, so go. Mais non, je peux pas. I can't. I need at least. I did the math with dad. So mes dépenses, le salaire minimum, c'est quoi? C'est quoi après les taxes? And I need at least to survive 28 heures. C'est fun. Qu'est-ce que tu ne comprends pas? Plus que tu veux être à la maison, le moins que tu. OK. Ça, c'est une autre affaire. La travailleuse sociale, qu'est-ce qu'elle te fait, elle? Well, she's very insistent on me going to Nunavut. Non, ça. I know. I told her, but she doesn't listen. She said c'est une communauté en développement, and there's a lot of opportunity there. You'd make a good living there. Parce que eux, qu'est-ce qu'ils font? C'est qu'ils font. Oui, ils veulent t'aider pour trouver un travail, ils veulent t'aider, mais ils ont des postes qui poussent plus que des postes qui sont gouvernementales. And like I told you, I even did la soupe populaire because I wanted to work. So basically, when I started doing the welfare, quand j'ai commencé le BS, I was like, well, I want to get experience in service à la clientèle, you know. And then I started doing what should I call it, the soupe populaire, and they cut me because they said no, you have to be available if you're working at a you have to work, you have to be free. If you're working, you're not free, and because you're not free, you cannot find a job. And then they called the guy, and the guy that was in charge of the soup populaire, right? And he told them, oh yes, he's working for me, but never mentioned that I wasn't receiving a payment. C'est pour ça que ça fait des problèmes. C'est pour ça qu'ils m'ont cancellé. That's why, because there was a month of November. Okay, so the month of November, they didn't get I didn't get the check. So basically, I told you the story. Long story short, what happened was I thought they were gonna give me the check in my account right away, but they sent it to me via La Poste. But listen. So I in the month of November, I didn't get the check. C'était perdu à la poste. It was lost, and I was working in the Le Petit Populaire, and I got in so much trouble. So yeah, c'est complexe. I'm sorry. What did you tell them that you weren't paid? I told them, ben ils ont dit, on a aucun moyen de vérifier si t'es payé oui ou non. Parce qu'ils disent, tu pourrais le faire sous la table puis on le saurait pas. And then, because I didn't cash in the month of November, They thought I was making money because I didn't get the check.
Ok. Si je tu me prends pas un cours, ils vont te payer le cours, Stéphane.
Yeah, I know. They told me like $300 per week.
So it's perfect, Stéphane.
Yeah, I know, but you have to work in there. You have to, c'est comme c'est pas comme un contrat, mais il faut que tu te places. Sinon, tu peux rembourser le cours. So, for example, if you take a cours in, I don't know, fish or butcher, right? Si te places pas, faut que tu rembourses. So, for example, if the class is 30 students, right? And the taux d'embauche, c'est 40%, c'est 45%, c'est 50%. That's 12 to 50 people that get hired. And the 10 to 15, if they don't find a job in there, they have to reimburse part of the course. But you know that I'm putting in the effort.
Okay, anyway, you know what? I'm not gonna go on it anymore because you hurt. Help you, and I don't think you really. I want to help you.
I know you want to help me, Mom, but it's
no. Anyway, it's your life, but I'm telling you, Stéphane. I'm telling you. Listen to me. Social, ça va pas vite.
I know.
N'importe qui tu vas rencontrer, it's very low class, you understand?
Yes, Mom.
Very low class. Your image in front of people is not good.
And
okay?
my father, he called me yesterday, and he told my aunt Martin, he told her I was on aide sociale because Samuel he had a hard time finding a job. And then my father told my aunt, he told my aunt like, hey, my son is on welfare and that's how much he makes. So my aunt, and I didn't know he told her, so my aunt, she called me yesterday, said I would like more information about the welfare. So I told my father, like, you don't understand, like the way they're gonna see me, I'm gonna be looking like a loser, like a bum.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
He's telling everybody. He told, so them you don't know. So he told a Marcel. Marcel is a friend of, he's the husband of a coworker of Nathalie, right? And he told her, he told Marcel because they were working together, because he does renovation, right? He told Marcel, he told him you can hire him because right now he's on welfare.
Okay.
Huh?
Ça, c'est correct.
No, c'est pas correct because I received a message from his daughter saying I'm sorry that you're having a difficulty financially. Tu comprends? So
if you can work with him,
oui, ben,
it's better than nothing.
Ça je comprends, man. Ça je comprends. Mais pas au point de tell the whole world because I'm not proud of that.
And you shouldn't be proud of
No,
it.
If it was me, I would say, hey, my son is having like a bit of financial trouble. If you have a job, can you call him? Not, oh, he's on welfare. You should call him. You don't do that. Mais bon, qu'est-ce que tu veux faire?
Anyway, maintenant, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé?
Well, the guy called me and he said, huh, it backfired because I worked for him for the summer. J'ai travaillé avec lui 4-5 fois. And he told me like, "Are you okay with money?" I said, "Yes." Why? He said, "Well, your father told me that you were on welfare," and I told him, "Okay." And he said, "Well, I cannot hire you because c'est pas syndiqué, c'est pas c'est pas réglo là. It's basically you get you're contracted, so you work for one day, you get paid for one day." Mais là, vu que j'ai l'aide sociale, he doesn't want because then he's gonna go after his company. So, huh? Because legalement, if you're hiring people that are on welfare, you're kind of frauding the government. En tout cas, so yeah, so right now I want to get out of this because even if I find a job that's not the most glorious, but at least if I get something else, I can do it. At least if Marcela wants to hire me, I can do it. At least not. She does a lot of banquet. She does a lot of banquet. She does a lot of like the weekend work and shit like that. And sometimes they need people, and they call me. La cousine Anat, she owns. You remember on Ville Saint-Pierre?
Oh, je sais, c'est pas grave. Après ça, qu'est-ce
Le
que...
fleuriste.
Oui,
They used to hire me for Mother's Day and for Valentine's Day.
yeah,
They
yeah.
don't want to hire me because I'm on welfare. So they said, "Oh, we're gonna give problem." So yes, I have
That's
to.
bullshit.
No, I
That's
swear to God. I
bullshit.
swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's bullshit because if she wants to pay at table, she can do that.
No, but
You
it can
understand?
be. It can,
Because Saturday and Sunday,
we no,
okay, le voisin, il va pas t'appeler.
no. I know. But I'm telling you what
It's bullshit.
I'm telling you what they said.
Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Tu sais, Stéphane,
Mm.
moi, je suis pas, I'm not proud of it at all, at all. And I have told you that now
Uh-huh.
it's too late. You did it. And I'm telling you, Stéphane,
Mm-hmm.
you have to look for a job
I am.
because I'll tell you something, ton image in front of people,
Mm-hmm.
when tu es dans le VS, c'est pas beau.
I understand.
But this is your life. And I'm not going to get involved anymore. It's life.
Mm-hmm.
You do one, but I'm telling you, it doesn't look. That's
No,
it.
I agree. I agree. I agree 100%.
Plus que ça, je peux pas te dire. Je veux pas te blesser, mais c'est pas beau. Si tu vois comment ton père, il parlait le lise.
I know. He
Non,
called.
mais,
I know. He called me Lise.
exactement, okay? So, you know, even, and I'm ashamed to say that.
I understand.
Ashamed because I work like an ass. I always work like an ass.
Mm.
And my son, he's on BS, so I'm embarrassed to say something.
I know. I understand. Yeah, I understand. It
So
makes sense.
and he was talking shit about your aunt, okay, that she was on welfare. Okay, never mind your grandmother, she was la super beaucoup.
Oui, oui.
Mais l'autre, elle n'a jamais travaillé une journée dans sa vie.
Jamais.
OK? Donc, si ça, c'est pas, it's not, anyway.
Well, I did get the interview last week, so that's at least that's a step forward, no?
Yeah, yeah.
I maybe you never know. Maybe I'm gonna find the right place, and then I'll never have to worry about that again.
And working 16 hours, you should accept it. Telling you, because if they have an opening, they will do it for you.
In 5
Never
months.
mind. It doesn't matter, Stefan.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. I'm helping you out.
I understand that. Yes, I understand that.
You understand? So it doesn't matter if you work 16 hours, it's better than nothing. You see people, you get out, and you interact with people.
Yeah.
And you're very good on it.
Yeah.
Very good.
You're right. You're right. I have to take that in consideration also. It's gonna be good to be get out of the house.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're that's where you're right. I have to get out of the house too. Because you go, I have to get out of the house because you go crazy in there.
Of course. And I mean, you're young.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of you have?
Well, tut.
You know, like what? You know, like come on.
You're right. No, you're right.
Puis, une autre affaire, je vais te dire, quand tu parles, là, même si the welfare knows that you are working, trying to work at least 6 hours a day,
yes,
that you are looking for a job.
No, but now, like I told you, because give me a second, Mama. Give me a second, Mama. I'm gonna call Mama. I'm get back. Not recording. Yeah. Okay. Good. Whew. Yes, it was le recensement pour le gouvernement. I thought it, because I applied there, I thought it was they were calling me for that. C'est un sondage.
Ok, mais est-ce que tu as fait ton affaire? Non.
What you mean?
Did you do le recensement?
Oui, non, non, oui. Because I applied.
Okay, parce que tu sais, non. Est-ce que tu as fait la formulaire?
Swear to God.
Okay, because there is a five things.
I know.
Okay.
C'était il y a longtemps en plus, là. Non, I applied to do des sondages pour le gouvernement. To apply, I applied there. I thought they called me to say, hey, like to interview you, non, c'est une entrevue. Non, c'était pas une entrevue, sorry. I thought it was an entrevue. C'était un sondage.
Okay.
So yeah, so like I was saying, you know that because I had problem with the gouvernement, you mean what should we call it? See, yeah. So I'm getting called every single week, and they're checking where I apply and they're checking what I'm doing because there was a flag on the account. So last week, just to let you know how severe it is, and I have to get out of here because c'est pas normal. Là. Like I applied, you know, on this source,
Oui.
there's a EB Games.
Oui.
Okay, so I applied for EB Games,
Okay.
and they called EB Games to make sure that I did apply,
Okay.
and EB Games told them no, it didn't apply. The problem was they called the girl, the person that's in charge of mon dossier. Elle m'a appelé jeudi, and I gave the CV on Wednesday. So there was no manager. That's why he didn't receive my formula, my CV. So then she gave.
Est-ce que tu as appelé pour dire ça?
We don't know. She called me. She said, "You told me because whenever I whenever I when I apply places, right? I have to do it like twice a week, times a week. I have to fill up a formulaire online that says, okay, well, I applied here, I applied here, I applied here. I got an interview here. Here's what happened. Because right now my account is flaggy, right? So yeah, so it's and even then she was telling me like, well, if I keep on calling companies and they tell me that you applied but you didn't apply, we're gonna cut you. And I said I understand, but I said I applied there yesterday. Maybe the manager didn't come in. Mais
Est-ce
juste
que tu as appliqué ou tu mens?
non, sérieux, ça, à 100%. No, I did. I did this. I did Baskin Robin. Il y a aussi une place pour les une espèce de renaissance là.
Tu dois aller, ils engagent.
I know. I went there.
Hein?
Yeah. Well, I give my CV. I don't know. I don't know because it was only last week, so I don't know if they saw my CV, they received it. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so they're very on my case. So and then c'est pas plaisant parce que I feel like it's comme une enquête. And I understand that I made mistakes and I understand that my account is, flagged, but to be called every single week and it's an enquête and said, hey, c'est pas normal. Là. So now, just to let you know, I'm getting called every week for the enquête. I'm seeing a travail social. So it's a lot. And then sometimes they call me in the middle of the day. They say that we had a couple of questions to ask of you, but it's not questions. C'est pour voir si je travaille. So, for example, if you're working, you don't answer the phone, and if you don't answer, the problème ça.
C'est exactement, c'est pour cela que je t'ai dit, accepte le. I don't know why you didn't.
Well, I was afraid for the rent.
What fucking rent? If I'm giving you money for the rent, why should you even?
Because the goal is not to have you give me money, man. The goal is to pay it myself.
Okay, but the goal also to try to work.
À 100%. À 100%, 200%, absolutely.
Okay. Anyway.
Absolutely, man. And I guess it is what it is, you know.
Okay.
Mais I appreciate.
Pourquoi tu ne vas pas dans un agent de placement?
That would be a possibility, yes.
What?
That's a possibility, yes.
But what are you waiting for?
Nothing.
Okay.
If I can avoid it because I didn't have the best experience in Bidar, but like you said, the one next to your house maybe is better.
because I have to check how come it was closed.
Yeah.
Because if it's closed, I have to telephone on the number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call and you call to have an appointment and go because she's very good.
Yeah, because like I told you, like Bédard, they're dumb. They send me to clean the office la nuit en hiver in the middle of nowhere. Ça c'était très dangereux là. Anybody can see me. There was no police. There was no bus stop. There was no safety.
That's why I told you to go out because you don't know how to react. You understand? You don't know how to react. Something like that happen, you should say the truth. I do not drive. I cannot. There's no buses.
Mais non, c'est la nuit.
So that you have to go out and see people to get experience because you have sitting home playing. It's not gonna help you. Trust me. It's not gonna help you. I want you to be okay. I want you to be okay.
And I appreciate that.
Even Maria said, I do not understand. He's perfectly bilingual. She likes people. She's going crazy. I said, I don't know. Apparently he's getting a CV and is not getting anywhere.
I'm sorry. You said what? He's giving out CV. Yeah.
Like she doesn't understand.
And yeah, I wish I had an answer. I wish I had like a solution. I wish I had like a good news for you. Of course I wish.
Okay,
c'est pas plaisant de pas donner des bonnes nouvelles. C'est pas plaisant de pas pouvoir te dire and call you and say, Mom, we don't have to worry about anything. I have a job, you know. C'est pas plaisant.
C'est pas ça. Non, tu dois travailler pour toi-même.
Well, I know, but there's pride in there. I want to share that with you guys.
I know that. I will. Trust me, I know that. I know that you will. But you have to work harder.
I understand.
Like, go out and see des agents. Il y a plein d'agences. Il y a plein des affaires. À chaque fois que je vais faire quelque chose, je vois quelque chose, je vais te l'envoyer. But you think that I'm pushing you? So
no, it's not pushing, man. It's just I was mad because you know I'm old enough, and it was just that, like for example, in the message that she sent, it said, "Hey, this is my name." Like, it hurt my feelings because I'm like, does she think I don't do that? Does she think that when I call, I don't say my name? Because the message was, "Hi, Carl. This is Stefan. Hope you're doing well." It hurt my feeling because I was like, should she think that I'm not able to do that? Does she think that I cannot do that? It's normal. It's common courtesy. Of course I do it, but you know.
Anyway.
C'était juste un petit peu beaucoup là. Of course I like when you send me like resume because you live in a place where there's a lot of enterprise and I don't go there every single day. So sometimes you see a job opening and it's only open for a couple of days, you know.
Yeah, because Nathalie, elle a un photocopieur ou non?
Yep.
Elle a un photocopieur.
Yeah, but yeah, their photocopy is, c'est des fois il y a des what should we call it? Des taches. Like there's ink spots.
Anyway, okay.
I'm gonna show you like a copy of ink spots.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. So anyway, okay, all right.
Well, at least we had a talk, and at least I know where you're standing, you know where I stand. So that's great. Communication is very important, and you're right. I'm gonna be checking that out for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Maman,
oui.
Have a great day.
You too.
Merci pour tout, and thank you for caring about it, and thank you for making sure that everything is okay. I appreciate it.
Of course, I care about you because you're the only one I care about. You know, like, come on.
Come on. You're right. Non, à 100%, mais c'est juste que c'est passé. But I understand that, but it's hard for me to call you and know that you're ashamed of me, and it's hard to call you because I don't have any good news, and I want to every single day. I hope I get to call you, and I hope to say, hey, I found something. C'est dur pour moi because I want you to be happy because I know it stresses you out, and like I said.
For you, not for me.
I know, but I would like to call you and have good news.
Okay, but it doesn't matter, Stefan. Make the steps.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
100%. I understand.
Okay.
100%, ma.
Okay.
So I'm
Juste fais attention, le premier, don't do it even at 7 minutes and check.
I'll check because like I told you, I wish you had the same as me. That way you know exactly because every single machine is different. So I'll check it out and I'll tell you how much it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but like you have to check it because it's not
rocket science.
Yeah, and it depends. I think it depends on the machine. Yours is yours is good because I bought it from Costco.
No, I'm not saying it's not good. I think it's strong, very strong.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I think what you have to do is you have to be like because they have presettings, and I always use the presetting.
Yeah, just check it. You know, nothing to you don't have to. Just check it. Put it at 7 minutes and check it. If it's okay, then you're okay.
Okay, sounds good.
You know, yeah. Okay.
Ben, merci beaucoup, maman.
Il y a pas de problème.
Passez une belle soirée.
Alors, je te vois peut-être lundi prochain, je dois aller. Je veux faire des pré-arrangements pour mes funérailles. So I'm gonna be in machine. So
okay, we'll go for McDonald's. We'll go for a drink.
And because it's Maria again. I cannot ask her to.
So you're just coming in and out.
Yeah.
Okay, as you wish.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to make 4 copies.
Y a pas de stress. I'm gonna ask my father.
Anyway.
Worst case, he's gonna go at because there's places that do it.
I know.
He's gonna go to Bureau en Gros. Don't worry about it.
We'll deal. We can talk before I come. Sure.
Perfect. Okay, ma. Have a nice day, ma.
You too. Bye.
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 Sounds good. See? Calmer, nicer. It's nicer. My mom, I don't like fighting with her. And yes, it didn't go as planned. It didn't go as well as it could have. But at the same time, it went well. It went better than last time, which is great. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook the food. I'm kind of seeing that outside is like a lot nicer. I'm afraid for the wind. It's not nice. What am I talking about? It's the same. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook these. I'm gonna make a mukbang. I'm gonna do chilling. That was just a lot of talking. So what I'm gonna do also is tonight I'm not gonna be streaming anymore. I'm gonna be doing the mobile games. That way I can do it tonight. I can do it tomorrow. With my apologies. And then because the goal was what? The goal was to do because it's more of a storage problem, right? It does seem like I don't care what my mom said, but I do care. It's just that it was just so much shocking. Like I love my mom. Don't get me wrong, but c'est quoi? C'était okay. It's 11 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. 30 minutes on the phone, So of course I care about my mom. Like, of course I love her, but when it's after 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, good. So we're gonna be cooking that. The plan was to do like for the storage. The plan was to do like a full day of filming or streaming, a full day of social media, a full day of the gaming, and yeah. But we're not gonna do it. I keep on hearing this freaking can. I'm not sure if it's outside or inside. If it is outside, I have to put it in, and if it is inside, I'm good. Yeah, it says I look better. We did have a rainbow, but I missed it. It's just, it's just she's right. She's absolutely right. But she's just that, there's such a disconnect. She thinks I'm lazy, but and yes, this whole discussion of where do you put your efforts? There's this there was this other expression of kitchen nightmare. But it was this guy used to put in the effort at the wrong place, And yet Gordon Ramsay would call him a busy idiot. You know, that was a good episode too. I haven't watched this one in years. Why? Because they sued Kitchen Nightmare. So they made it look business look bad. They say that it was they sued and this was taken off the air. Good. Now, what I'm gonna do is I don't know how much I'm supposed to have. I'm gonna have these. I was talking about the busy idiots. There's time where I am a busy idiot. I put in so much effort, but it's possibly not in the right places. And of course, and it's just, you know, yes. And then the five is what my parents wants. And I'm gonna say something that's very positive, but it's gonna sound negative. You know, I was talking about the whole you want me to work at Costco, and it does feel like all they think I can do is Costco, right? Which is there's nothing wrong with Costco. There's something wrong with establishing limits for yourself, right? That makes sense? Read that again. I want your things in my room. I miss you all of the time. And yeah, it's negative, but it's positive too. I think that both my parents, I think they're because I got a hard time just putting my mom in there because that's only her. Like she's talking about my father talks shit about my aunt because she has mental issues. She's on welfare for that, And again, my mom, she's right because this morning I'm playing. It wasn't this morning. It was yesterday. I'm playing Fortnite, and my father tells me that he told my aunt that I was on welfare, which I is the truth. Don't actually mind, but at the same time, did you really have to tell people? I'm not proud. I wish I wish I wish I had either a job that I see myself in or a job that is everlasting. And yes, like of course I can find a job, of course, but I have such a hard time imagining myself going to a company for just the time being. You know, if I'm going somewhere, I want to be I want to be honest. I want to be genuine. I'm not going there for a paycheck. Yes, I'm working for a paycheck, of course. But the sole reason I'm going there is because I think the company is a good company. I think that what the company is doing is good. I think that there's a future here. I think that I'm gonna feel value. I have this problem of, well, it is what it is. At least I'm getting paid. Like, how many people that you ask that have a job, when you ask them, hey, how do you like your job? They tell you, like, well, it's a paycheck. Like, no, dude, you want to be proud of what you did. The first thing I need to do is clean the apartment. This is one of the bigger problems. Yeah, so we gotta do that tonight. But anyway, tonight we don't have a movie review. We don't have anything. That's kind of good. So, like I said, my father was talking about me to my aunt. I'm on welfare. I'm making this much, and I told him, I said, Dad, and said, like, I know that I know that you're being honest. You see, this is a tripod, so it's still very windy. There was nothing on it, so it's not a big deal, but still. And yeah, so told him I understand that you want to be honest, and I understand that's my aunt, so she won't judge. But like, don't tell people that I'm on welfare. Okay? Don't tell people I'm on welfare. My father doesn't understand that there are things that are better left unsaid. I think that everything is worth talking about. Everything is, you know, like what I told my mom is a true story. Like I was working for this guy in summer. I made a video about it, and he was renovating the houses, and then I was on welfare, and then he told the guy which I was on welfare. He said, "Well, I'm not feeling confident to hire Steph because I'm gonna get in trouble with the government. And it's not like it was hiring me every single time, but now you have to confirm that I have a job, otherwise he won't hire me. But when I told him that I have a job, he won't hire me because I have a job. You understand? So the guy saw me. He saw me in the daughter by chance because I haven't talked to her in years. By chance, I was checking because what he did it was like the events of Lashin, and to go to the events of Lashin, you have to go on Facebook. So my Facebook, it was open, and then his daughter texted me, and she didn't text me like in years. And she's like, "Hey, I heard about your financial situation. I hope it gets better. I'm sorry to hear that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Again, it's not being dishonest, kind of, but it's about being. You know, I'm not gonna tell my let's say I get cheated on, right? I'm not gonna tell my whole like, hey, dude. I'm not gonna tell the whole freaking workplace, you know. So, and of course, but like I said, I do want a job that I can feel value at. And you see, my mom, and again, it's nothing against her, but you're telling me, and my mom says she's helping me. She helped with the food, right? I still don't. I'm still not able to pay the rent, which is not true because 16 times 4 is how much? Is 32, 64 hours. You're making about $15 an hour before tax. Let's say you're making 12 an hour, so you do 16 times 12, which is 7,720, which is more than enough to cover the rent. And if I get the food, I'm still able to make it because my rent is like 670, 6 7. Um, yeah, so you make enough to cover everything. But what's the point of working 16 hours? You want to work. If you're gonna work, work. If you don't want to work, don't work. You know. So yeah, and she was like, no, you have to do it. You have to work. It doesn't matter. And there's just like desperation. There's just and again, and she says like things like, oh well, I work my ass off. Like nobody asked you to. And even then, I'm like, the goal mine is for you not to pay anything. Like it's $200. I don't know how much she makes, right, out of her what should I call it? And the craziest thing is she was working in a place because she thought I needed help. She was working in Home Sense. She thought I needed help for the rest and everything like that. Then she stopped working at the Home Sense because she thought I had a job, which I lied. I'm sorry, right? She quit the job, which she didn't like to begin with. She didn't like the job, so that was a positive thing. Then she learned that I wasn't working, and then she's back on the market for a job. So, like, Ma, don't worry about it. They're just very unhealthy. It's just very sad. And of course, just my mom. I wanted to be okay. I wanted to be happy, you know. So I try to avoid that, right? And yes, I can work absolutely, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna because it's just like I have this problem where, and yes, ultimately speaking, is pride. I don't want to do a job for a paycheck. I want to be doing a job that I care about for a company that I care about because I think that my time is valuable, and I don't mind helping somebody else's company. I don't mind helping somebody else's dream. I don't mind being a salary or a worker. I don't mind 40 hours a week if it's something that I'm proud of. You know, for example, I could do like a freaking. I applied to do the garbage. They're like, it's not very glorious, but I need a job and I need to work. Their salary is good. Second of all, I love the city and I'm making sure that city is staying clean, right? And it's not a lot of work. It's you pick up what is it? Maybe 10 or 15 or 20 streets. Let's say there's 20 houses each. That's 400 houses and 8 hours. It's not a lot, you know? So yeah. And I applied there and I would have been proud to do it because I was working for the city. However, I had another job. An interview, which was on Zoom, which was a interview for people getting donations. So if it was for the Red Cross, and at first I'm like, okay, cool. This is very nice. This is very cool. Red Cross is something that's important. Red Cross is something that is meaningful. I could absolutely work at Red Cross. I was proud of it, you know. And then the discourse changed, and I'm saying the Red Cross, but I think this is a fantastic company. I think what they're doing is truly fantastic. But when they wanted to do the interviews, like, okay, well, we have a quota, right? And if you don't respect the quota, well, it's gonna be pay cuts. I'm like, first of all, you're basically giving a quota, so you have to have a minimum of donation, which I don't think is a bad thing. I do not think it's a bad thing. Where I have a problem with is that you're associating this with, see, we're not doing good. See, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm not uploading. I am not uploading. It's been a couple hours like that. It's okay. It was 15 minutes, but still. I want your things in my room. I miss you all the time. See, it's a situation of like you're putting a quota, which is a minimum amount of donation, and it's not even an amount of money, it's an amount of donation. You have to have, like, even if it's 25 cents, you still got, right. So you're pushing people and you're stressing the employee to get a reward. So they're more aggressive, they're more outgoing, they're more, and ultimately speaking, who is benefiting from that? It is the freaking employees, right? It is the freaking, not employees, I'm so sorry. It's the freaking people. For example, they're doing well in Africa. So that's what it was. They were working on a project to build wells in Africa, right? I don't remember the exact place because I forgot the continent, of course, but that's what it was. And I thought it was fantastic, right? Because I'm like, dude, this is a good opportunity, you know. I'm been favored by life. I had a lot of things given to me. I had to give back to you know, and I could go back to my. I could give back to my. It's complex because you talk about your community, right? Getting back to your community. Giving back to your community is bullshit. Because getting back to the community, it's being there. It's making sure that the community is clean, it's safe. There's a lot of crime. You try to do your best to do. Okay, what can we do? A neighborhood association, neighborhood watch. So you making sure that this is done, and it's not only done, it's properly done. So you're making sure that your neighborhood is safe and a place that's So when you were talking about building wells in a country that is, which is a continent, I'm sorry, in a continent that is, I don't know if the entirety of Africa has this problem, but they're not in a place where there was really a need for water, right? And I thought it was a great project. But then I was like, you're shutting people out. So the people that's working for you don't even care about getting a donation because it's a good cause. They care about getting money because they have this quota to follow, and if they don't follow it, there's consequences. So where does it stop? So where does it stop? If for example, if I didn't get what I needed, it wasn't going to consequences, right? And then amount of for example, right? The quota is 40 donation, right? You were very lucky, right? Out of the 40 donation, 20 of those were $1 or $2, right? But then your salary is $20 an hour, right? So you are costing more than what you got out of your whole day. So you didn't make money for the cause. You cost money for the cause. You know? And that just doesn't sit right with me. I'm like, we're like busy idiots. And it didn't make sense to me. It didn't sit right with me, right? So then the guy was talking about, and yeah, he said, well, there's consequences, and if it's a daily occurrence that you're not meeting your quota, you might lose your job, you know. And I'm like, imagine being afraid that you're not getting enough donation for a cause. That's not your main issue. Imagine being afraid that you're gonna be losing your job, and then something that's very humanitarian becomes very becomes very how much we call it becomes very company. Ricky Gervais in his show did the same thing. He did a bit where there was this guy who kept asking him for money, right? And he says, well, out of this money, I can show you the clips. I think it's a good clip, but I don't know if I'm gonna get copyrighted. You want to say screw it? Okay, let's say screw it. Let's say screw it. And of course, I when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, this is not something for me. Shish, shish, shish. Oh, I don't have a knife nearby. I had a knife and I threw it in the sink. Which, by the way, never throw knife in the sink. If you do the dishes and you forgot there's a knife in there, you can cut yourself. Never do that. I think they're good. I think they're good. We put them for 7 minutes and a half. There you go. I think they're perfect too. So yeah, so I had a problem with that, and I would have been so proud of working for them. And am I saying the company is wrong here? No. Am I saying that what they're doing is not okay? No, because you want to make sure that the people that you hire are really working for you and not just dilly daddling and doing anything that they want, right? And the way they were talking, it was insane. And business wise, it makes so much sense, but personality wise, it doesn't. So they were like, oh, there's sector, like for example, this metro station or this um, marketplace. There was like Jean Talon. If you live in Montreal, you know what I'm talking about. And the way they were talking about is, and this is so interesting because they did study markets. They said, okay, well, if somebody is there, usually they make more money. So if you're gonna hire somebody, you're gonna make sure that they're going to a place where people are more likely to donate. So if you so in Lachine, I was depositing money on the. I was watching Walking Dead. It was when I started the playthrough of Speedster, I believe. Either Speedster or vods, and I think it was vods and it was vods and Frenchie. Yeah. So I go in and I go to the bank and I go to the bank and I'm depositing money, right? At that time, I don't even have welfare because they cut me off. Why? Because I didn't cash in the check. I'm so embarrassed. It's not literally embarrassed. It's so, and I often think about I'm complaining about my parents how they're after me, but no, let's talk about really the reality of being on welfare. It's not. I'm not proud of this. So I go in and I'm nervous, right? And I literally clean the apartment. Bon appetit. Mm. Mm. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes, Mama. Me again. Listen, I follow your advice.
Yes.
J'ai mis les poitrines de poulet 7 minutes et demie.
Okay.
You're a fucking magician.
Yeah.
C'est parfait. They're juicy, they're tasty. Mama, it's delicious.
Yeah.
So,
Because I don't know, maybe because my
wow.
grandfather is much older than you,
Mm.
but I don't follow
You can't.
no, no, no.
You can't. Mama,
Yeah.
it's incredible. I just wanted to tell you that you did good. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, Ma, I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. So, yeah, so, I was so embarrassed of getting checks. I usually go to the bank and hear me out. I will deposit checks when I have no money. Like during the last 3 months, I'm in the Bible. I'm in the Bible. I didn't get the welfare checks. No. They pay me in full retroactively. Mmm. These are so good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Best chicken breast I've ever had. Mm. Delicious. Holy shit. That's some good stuff. It does take a lot of place in the fridge though. Wow. Mm. I did it again. Oh, yeah. No pay attention. Mm. So, in the last 3 months, I didn't get checked. I'm not complaining about being broke. Why? Because I'm healthy, I can work. So, the last 3 months, I'm like, hey, it was useful when it lasts, but now it's done. Now you have to do something. Well, aren't you gonna tell me? I don't care how believable this is or not believable this is. I don't care. You're gonna tell me that during the last 3 months, I didn't get any money. I didn't make an effort to find a job. Of course, of course. Um, I'm saying this true. You're always seeing, oh, we're hiring, we're hiring. You don't wonder how many hours you give. You don't wonder what the condition there is. Well, I had this interview for a place called Renaissance, and people call it Goodwill. So what it is you have companies, and these companies what they do is, no, sorry, you're gonna give them old clothes, right? Old clothes, old appliances. It's almost community, right? Um, some people what they do is they sell. I thought microwave. Now it's working well, but I need money. How much can you give for me? How much can you give? Um, no storage. Fuck off, no. Don't blink, it's your boy. Mm. Sorry, guys, not enough storage. Sorry, guys, same old, not enough storage. Fuck me, right? So, they do the interview. It's working well. I get the job, right? And they're telling me like, okay, well, roll this list, right? Um, they tell me, okay, well, how much you can offer for this? This is how much you can offer for this. This is how much you can offer for this. But I had another question, so I'm like, okay, well, what if it's for? Because they tell you like for a piece of clothing. Okay, but a winter jacket is a piece of clothing, right? Like, okay, well, the person give me a chance. I am to enjoy it. My mom said I am to enjoy it. I don't know what that means. I am to enjoy it. Huh? I aim to enjoy maybe? I don't know. Those are freaking good. I'm telling you, these are not even kidding you. They're probably the best I've ever had. Chicken breast. But they fill you up. So I go and this I was hired. I was literally hired. And then they said, okay, well, maybe a more visual guy. They go into this customer. And I don't get lucky. The person is me in the slap, right? Which is an appliance. And then in the this, okay, well, appliance, you're able to give you're able to give how much? Let's say 10 from 20, right? So go in and I have to start because this is what they teach you. I go to the lowest. And then the man tells me, please, I'm a single dad. I need to buy a diaper. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if the bullshit was bullshit. I don't know if he had a kid. I don't know if it was really for a diaper. It could have been for drugs. I don't know. I found his eye, despair. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I felt so bad. I'm like, this guy is clearly, I don't know what he has, but he's not doing well. And that's it. The person said, well, you're going to have to work harder if you want to stay here. I'm like, dude, this is the first person I talked to. Like, maybe you've been working here for so long that you're more immune to it, but I'm seeing a guy that's broken down, is looking for a bit of hope in life. It's a freaking lamp, right? Possibly have light. No, no, we don't know. I'm sure bad. And as I walk out, there's literally a line of people. And this is gonna sound so stupid. I'm gonna sound like the biggest dumbass in the world. I don't care. There's literally a line because you're working behind a counter, right? Of people with the things in their hands trying to sell them. I saw people looking down. I saw sad people. I couldn't do it. You know? And I don't tell these stories. I don't tell the story online because I'm embarrassed. Okay. Time for honesty. You never see me apply. I'm gonna tell you about applying. I had this interview. I'll tell you about it. Last year, if you watch the videos, there's how many interviews I did, and I filmed it. And then I stopped because in the same week, I get two interviews. And they're both perfectly good place. The first one is Hamilton, which is 32 hours. The other one is the company I used to work for. I didn't get any. I got my heart broken twice. Huh? I just don't talk about it anymore. Okay. Okay. And like I said, I don't feel comfortable. It's about the lamp. That's my first time talking about it ever. My father doesn't know. My mom doesn't know. I don't know about it. Why? Because I never been that bad. I am 100% wealthy. My mom, that's what she bring today for food. We got enough food for feeding me for 2 weeks. What you guys don't know is that we still have food from the last time. You know, I never been in a position where I was hungry. I never been in a position where I was homeless. You know, I was almost evicted. That's because I'm filthy. Because I'm not. I'm too broke. I was able to survive for 3 months. Yes, my father paid for one rent. I was able to survive for 3 months, and I didn't spend. Food was there. I just didn't spend. I know of a living. And I want to keep talking about how I should be embarrassed. In my opinion, I don't know. Because there's possibly a reason why you're here. Nobody chooses to go on the welfare because, when you see how much money you make, you're like, oh, not great. But, like I said, sometimes life just happens. You don't have a choice. You're stuck there. Whatever happened, happened. And then shit. I didn't choose this life. I didn't choose me. You know? Shit just happened. I've been on welfare since October, right? And there's not a month where I'm proud of it. There's not a month. Like, the reality is, yes, I lied to my mom, right? I told her I had a job. And yes, the reason is because she told me that if I ever went on welfare, I thought I had a kernel of popcorn. I used that plate because there was some butter from the bag of popcorn. So it seeped through it here, which is great. Mm. Yeah. My father, I'm gonna be completely honest. And that makes me an asshole. I don't care. I like my mom. I did. And like, oh, well, you told the truth to your dad. No, that's not what happened. I told the truth to my dad because I needed lifts. I told the truth to my dad because I needed to vouch for me that I wasn't working. Because I go on welfare and we talked to a specialist, and the specialist is able to find me a job. And that was great. So she finds a job, and I'm telling her, like, hey. And she's like, well, you're on welfare, right? Do you mind if you mind doing some community work? Like, you wouldn't get paid, but you would do like a good, because I keep telling her, like, I was interested in food. I was interested in customer service, right? The food part is not true, really. It's because she was pushing it. She was pushing it. And then she had the brilliant idea. She said that you should work in a we call it super populaire. What is it? It's kind of like I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like almost shelter, the cuisine behind it, the cafeteria, if you will. Yeah. And I'm working there, and it's fun. I did 3 weeks there. I think working there is like a day a week, sadly. And then you realize that everybody else that's in there, there's like a dozen people. More than half of those, and I'm not judging, but more of the half of the people that are there for they're there because they have a court order to go there, to be there. Like, you don't want to be there. And one of the guys was giving me shit because hey, you have to listen to me. The guy, we're working together. Like, hey, I'm gonna mop my section. Like, okay, no problem. Because I thought he was gonna do something else. And he started sitting around. So I noticed that. I said, okay, you know what? Fuck you. In the end, the guy, I don't think he was a bad guy, but it's just this instance where you're like, okay, that's a bit odd. So I don't clean my station, right? and start giving me shit. And I'm like, dude, you're not gonna give me shit because first of all, in the boss, second of all, I'm not even getting paid here. I'm just here because I was told that it's gonna be looking good on my CV to find a job. And then he started giving me more shit. And then I lose control. And I told him, why do you care what I do? Don't want to even be here. And he says something that resonated with me. It shook me to my core. And he said, who wants to be there? And at that point, he was talking loud. I was talking loud. And people were looking, right? And when he, when he said, who wants to be here? I look around, almost begging. I'm only one person, just one, to say, hey, I want to be here. Nobody. That's why I left. That's why I left. I was like, dude, why are we doing this? And then after that, and that's with my father. Like this is where like I disconnected a little bit. But I told the story to my Well, I didn't tell this story because this is very, again, this is dark side of the human being. This is very bad. And I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I know there's people that are shitty. There's good people out there. That was just too much. That was just like, oh, yeah. There was something else, and you know, my father was asking me how's it going, and I don't tell him that I left because of this one argument because he's gonna tell me like, don't be a pussy, fight back. Like you can't fight back with somebody that doesn't care. You can't fight back. That's the worst thing. Fighting with someone that doesn't want to fight is the worst thing. You know. And then even then, in the eyes of the boss, I was choosing to be there. He was court ordered to be there. So the boss gonna stick around, stick up for the guy who has to be there. Yeah. This memories, bro. Shit. I didn't want to talk about it. Spent many months not talking about it. So many months trying to hide that because I was ashamed. Because I'd be ashamed for other people. I would be ashamed for the people that think like that. And I told my father, like, it's going well. I said I lied. I said that's going well. I said I don't have any shift schedule. So yeah, but that's the truth. I didn't have any shift because I left. He didn't make that connection. Um, and then, well, don't worry. At least you're getting the money for going to the person that helps you. So, like I said, I'm going to the government program, which is basically a program of helping to find a job. What they do is they work with you. In my case, it was sort of bullshit. We spent we spent 6 weeks building a CV, learning what is the correct website to look for a job. Oh shit! I fucked up, guys. No, I fucked up. It's 8:15. It was 7:15. Oh shit! I fucked up. I'm already missing one gem. Fuck! I'm already one day behind. Not a big deal. If we do every single day, we're good. I'm already one day behind. What the heck? Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Already. The second day. It started yesterday. I'm already the day behind. You see, and yes, I absolutely admit that I'm lazy. I could clean the apartments. I could be looking for work a lot more. I could be accepting a job that I don't think are that worth it because yes, it can lead to something more. There's another thing I need to improve. There's another thing I can do, right? So, but like I was saying, I spent 6 weeks finding a website that I could apply on. I spent 6 weeks building a CV. By the way, it's the same 6 weeks. I'm just saying over and over, right? I spent 6 weeks. Okay, I thought it was a good fart this morning. That I spent 6 weeks applying. They wanted me to apply there. They said, okay, well today we're gonna focus on applying. You know how much we did in 1 hour for application? Do you know how many people do 100 application and don't get a job? You know, it's not fortunate gonna change shit. We spent 6 weeks trying to focus on which program to choose, trying to narrow down the line. We spent 3 weeks on trying to narrow down the line. 3 weeks where we went from 10, literally 10, freaking freaking possible courses to follow to 5. How's that possible? You know, in that time, yes, I'm getting paid for that. Yes, I'm getting like $3 per week. But I stopped. I stopped because my father is saying at least you're getting paid for that. The person on the phone, which called like 2 days ago, who's checking out if I'm applying and if I am doing what I need to be doing. Even her, she's like, "Why didn't you stay at a CGA you were getting money for? You wouldn't be having the problem that we have today." And I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean the problem that we're having today? The problem that we're having today is I'm getting extra money because there's a program where I'm looking for work. I am looking for work. I've been looking for work for the last 6 months. It's not working. What am I going to do? I'm going to be looking for work for a full year, and I'm not going to get paid for that? I'm going to get paid for that? I'm going to get paid for a year of work looking for work? All I have to do, there's this classic case of, well, I got a PO officer that said I have to work, but I have to fill a quota and I have to apply to places. No, it doesn't work like that. You want to apply for a reason. You don't want to apply because you're getting paid for it. You don't want to go to a place because you're getting paid for it. You want to go to a place because you want to be there. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. I thought I was losing my fucking time. And again, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. We're at different places, right? I'm in a place where I have had great jobs. I'm in a place where I'm not desperate. I'm in a place where, I'm not willing to take anything because, oh, well, I need to do X, Y, Z. No, if the answer to the problem is W or even U or V, then the answer is V. It's not, well, I need to work. I need to take X. I know X is not going to be long term, and I know X I'm not going to make enough, and I know X is not going to work. I'm not going to do that, right? It's just tough. And yeah, that's the whole thing. And that is the whole thing, and it sucks because they were expecting me, and the government and my father was expecting me to stay there, follow a course because I was getting paid. But that course didn't lead me nowhere. I was wasting their time. I could have applied it. Think about it, right? Think about it. I've been on the welfare for 6 months. Okay, 6 months is 4 weeks, right? So 24 weeks. I was going there twice a week, which is 1 hour. So do 24 times 2, which is 48. 48 hours. I could have spent 48 hours applying places. Am I saying that I wasted my time? No. Am I saying that it wasn't the greatest thing? Yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing because I didn't find a job. But if I did find a job, it would have been worth it, And it was really helpful, and the people were super nice, and they were truly trying to help, right? At the same time, it was so odd because you're you're working on a flawed system, and you're basically pushing me to take advantage of the system, And there was snacks. There were snacks. So when I stopped coming, and of course I took the snacks because I'm a fat pig, right? So of course I took the snacks. And then when I say, listen, I'm not gonna go there anymore. I need to find a job right now. I need to find a job. I need to get out of the house and apply. I need to be on the field. And her answer is, didn't you like the snacks? I'm like, the snacks? Yes, the snacks were lovely. They were really nice. But am I here for snacks? Am I here for find a job? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's cuddle up. You know? And you see, my father and my mom both said, "What are you doing with the freaking? What are you doing with the freaking tire social?" Unfortunately, I'm not seeing her. Even then, if it would have worked, it would have worked. I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming myself. Because these people, they get people that are desperate. And they get people that are, and it's hustling, hustling, hustling. You know, it's just not normal. In the whole conversation, next week I can find a job. Next week I can find a job. I can be working next week. It's the whole thing. I'm gonna repeat myself a lot, but everybody that I know, there's not a lot of people, are pushing me to find a job no matter what. I don't believe in slaving away for a paycheck. I believe in spending time is something that you care about. You need to love it. You need to care about it. Like, for example, at PCT, we're working for big names. We're working for Bombardier, which is one of the bigger company here. We're working for the government. The government was what needed pieces, and we were giving it the pieces. We were working for like huge place. We were making, well, not making, but we were painting pieces and applying something so they don't rust. I mean, literal airplane pieces. You know, it was fantastic. I was proud to say, "Hey, I work for this company today." Wow, I mean, it's cool. I need to be proud of what I do. And there's nothing wrong with most job. But if your mentality is this is a paycheck, and if your mentality is I'm coming here for that, then you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. The reason why you're wrong doing this is because a job which will last for a long time forever is going to be 35 years. If you've been working here for a single year and you thought it's like, okay, well, another day, another paycheck, another dollar, it's like, it's not gonna happen. You just understand how many hours you work per week. Give me a sec. Mhm. Nudes. It's just bullshit. Just bullshit. Think about how many hours you work per day. Think about how many days is a week. Think about how many weeks in a year. Think about how many years you have. And you're gonna hate every single second of it. So then you're wondering why you're not happy because you made the wrong choice in life. The wrong choice in life are not financial. The wrong choice in life aren't oh, I didn't work enough in my life. The wrong choice in life is when I had to trade between happiness and money, I chose money. The wrong choices in life is when I chose purpose and money, I chose money. The wrong choices in life are always gonna be I didn't think about what I wanted enough. Right? You have to be selfish. People say you have to be selfish in life. You absolutely have to be selfish. But being selfish is what? Being selfish is looking for happiness no matter what. And some people, a lot of people, like you see how many people are unhappy. How many people are miserable? How many people they wish they were doing something else? How many people are suffering from choices they made? And then you wonder, like, oh well, that's their fault, right? I'm gonna be totally different, but you do the same thing. You do the same thing. Think about it. the better that I would have had is the Red Cross, right? Because you're literally helping build. Talking about wells in Africa, it could have been something else. It could have been another thing. It could have been like having a I don't know, could have been helping people in Ukraine, helping people in Gaza and Israel or Palestine, right? Could have been helping those people. It could have been that. And yes, Israel Palestine is a huge problem. I'm gonna say pro Palestine. I'm not gonna say pro Israel. This is not my business. It's a sad thing, but it's not my business, right? I'm not gonna say that. But imagine if I would have worked for that. Imagine if I would have been helping for that. That would have been such a freaking. That would have been such a freaking like honor, literal honor. Like holy shit, dude! Do you know what I did today? I helped repair school for people that are suffering from a war, right? And has been lasting for thousands of years. You know what? What I did today? Today, I helped build safe road for children to go to school. How happy I would have been. I would have been proud of what I'm. You would have. I would have been annoying. I would have talked about this every fucking day. Today I did this. Today I did this. Today I did this. So why did I say yes? Because you're promoting a system where the more you do, the better you pay. If you don't do enough, you're gonna get fired. It doesn't matter how much you do. It doesn't matter how many people donated, gave. How many people gave? It's also. I'm not saying it was bullshit, but it all seemed counterproductive. It seems like you're promoting a certain system, but you're talking about another system. It seems like you're aiming for something, but no, it's something else. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Then also speaking, it doesn't make sense because I don't understand it, but it doesn't make sense at all. And this is my problem. This is my problem. Fuck doing something that serves only you. See, a job that I applied, which is gonna sound so dumb, okay? A job that I applied for Maxi, which we go to shop there often. I applied to fill up the shelves. Why? Because I go there. Why? Because I have a care for that business. I have a care for that enterprise. I have a care for that building. Second of all, I know how many people are going there every single day, and both man community, right? So then I realized it's minimum salary, and then I'm gonna call back. So I'm going to make all the sacrifices that I need to because I believe in the place. I believe in the company. The place that I did super easy. I did a what call it, fuck. I did a what was it called? I don't know what it's called in English. In English, test de compétence. Skill test, I guess. I did a skill test for a company. The company was a company that sent food to schools. So you literally had boxes of food. So they're talking about, okay, well, certain people have an allergy. What do you do, right? You have to check which product, and you have to tell, okay, well, this product, for example, right? This kid has an allergy to soy. So you have to look it up. So you have to look, okay, well, what ingredient contains soil? It was for a company for schools, and yes, the food they were sending was not healthy. Yes, the food they were sending is frozen freaking food. You know what? Kids that don't have to worry about, hey, oh, tonight I'm eating freaking sandwiches again because we're broke. Am I cooking the cafeteria? No. Am I seeing the food? Absolutely. I wanted to work as a travailleur social, which is basically a I'm gonna say street worker, but that's not a street worker. Is a prostitute. As a what you call it? Fuck. It's not like a shrink. Oh wait a second, I'm gonna check it out online because I believed in that also. And this, I was working with the government. The CGA. CGA is what is Centre Jeunesse Emploi. So uh, the I don't know. I think it's the center, the youth work center, right? So I'm going there, and we're working towards me working there because I'm like, okay, well, I'm very interested, and that's the job is what the job is to go from homeless people to homeless people and see if they're okay, see if they ate, see if they're mentally good, see if they're dealing with stuff. Are they high? Do you need food? Are they sick? Are they hurt? Are they wounded? Your job is to do that, right? Um, your job is literally to do that, and then they test me out, and I got excited. I got excited, and I wanted to go there, and I didn't really prepare. I didn't really prepare, and they're like, okay, well, what do you know about mental health? And I said as a joke, well, I had a lot of problems. I don't know how to cure them. Person looked at me, didn't laugh, and she said, okay, well, you can learn that. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I can learn it, no problem, right? She's like, okay, well, have you ever seen somebody overdose? I'm like, no. And then they tell me something along the lines of, it's okay, there's a first thing for everything. And I'm like, holy shit. Um, intervenant de rue in English. There's a street worker. The most common and accurate English translation for travailleur de rue is outreach worker. Outreach worker. Absolutely. Nice, 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 nice. And you said, did you see somebody with an overdose? Or you said that story, but I just noticed that I wasn't aware of half of what's going on. And yes, I could have learned, of course, but if I don't know what to do when somebody died, like for example, you watch shows, right? You watch shows on TVs, like for example, firefighter, first respondent, police, and then you see that and like, oh, okay, well, yeah, okay, I can do that job, right? And then you see, well, because I didn't know what to do, somebody died. And it's not normal, but it's part of the job, right? Kid, we didn't train you enough. Somebody died. We're gonna have to work towards that not happening again, right? And like, yeah, yeah, of course. But to me, it was so scary. To me, it was so scary because I was like, okay, well, you know, the goal is not to get there. The goal is not to have a death on my conscience. And yes, I can help people absolutely. But if it's me or somebody more qualified that could have saved the person that died, who am I to take the place? Who am I to take the role? And again, I have the problem of most of the job I was interested to do, I would have done for a salary. But are you helping the people in the street because you want to help? Or are you working? You help people in the street because you're getting a paycheck, right? And if and I understand now, looking back at it, right? Because I thought about it a lot. The whole who wants to be their situation with the popular soup or the homeless kitchen. So I thought about this a lot. I was like, okay, well, okay. Let's try to pinpoint what happened. Okay, let's try to analyze what happened and try to see why the person said that. And there was this thought of, because at the same time, um, I had a situation at PCT where I was getting bullied because a guy that was sad, and this guy, I swear to God, when we left PCT, the number of time he tried to call me, Shao was calling me saying he wants to talk to you. I would hang up. The number of time this guy tried to reach out because he felt bad. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You bullied me for 8 years, which is not true. You bullied me for maybe 6. First he was nice. At first he was nice. Then I got hired and he started getting pissed off. Go figure. You bullied me for 6 years. Now that we're not working together, you want to apologize? No, 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 no. You could have apologized 5 years ago. You could have apologized 4 years ago. I would have accepted it. You could have apologized. It's 3 years in. I would have accepted it. You try to apologize when? We closed in March 2024. You start wanting to apologize in holiday 2024. 3 months. Fuck you. Fuck you. You hurt me to a point of no return. You fucked me up. Death threats. I never had death threats before, thank God. Now I can actually say, hey, I had death threats. I'm part of it. It's a very selected group, right? So I saw the situation and I'm like, never again. Okay? So when I had this guy, and this guy was a complainer. He wasn't a bully per se, but he was a complainer. This guy was slacking off, always slacking off. Okay, well, I'm gonna be working with that guy, try to figure out what he's thinking, try to figure out how he's viewing things. And there was this part where I said, you know what? This guy is doing he's doing community work. You possibly feel like this is hard punishment. Possibly doesn't feel like he deserves this. Possibly feel like this is bullshit. I'm not in his shoes. Do I understand where he's coming from? No. Can I understand? Can I try to understand where he's coming from? Yes. Maybe you think it's bullshit. Maybe he feels like this is harsh punishment for no reason. Maybe he didn't commit the crime. There's people that go to jail that didn't commit the crime. There's people that are fall guys. There's people that are framed. There's people that are it's a mistake. You know, it's a mistake. And then I was like, you know what? This guy maybe, maybe, yeah, yeah. Maybe he didn't want to be there because he didn't feel like he had to be there. He doesn't deserve to be punished. And don't get me wrong, I totally understand the feeling of not being punished. Then it hit me. I'm trying to forgive the bad behavior of somebody else. I'm trying to enable the bad behavior of somebody else, right? All this fear. If I'm going to work in a place, because right now I'm gonna be completely honest, okay? Completely honest. And to the Bible, sort of got a shoe. When I'm looking for a job right now, there is 100%, there's 1,000%, there's absolutely the mentality of this job. I don't care how much it pays in the beginning. I don't care how many hours I have in the beginning, as long as I can pay the rent. You know, because yes, my mom is helping. She's helping. She gives me a lot of food, and she gives me it's like, for example, last month she gave me like 200, which I'm very thankful for. Very thankful for, but it's not enough to pay the bills. You know, and then that's what I told her. That's what I told. That's when I told her. So the ma, I'm working 16 hours. It's like, yeah, but I'm helping you. I don't know if you're good in math, but even with $200, don't really make it, right? Because it is, let's say it's $16 per hour. Let's say after tax is $12, right? After yeah, tax, yeah. After the this is $12. You do $12 times 16, which is 192, and then you do 192 times 4, which is 368. Yeah, 368. Is that it? Okay. The math. Let's check it out because I don't think it is. Also, I didn't upload. I did not check if I want to upload. Ink, you're fucking up. Ink, you are fucking up. 50 minutes ago. Ah, shit. And you see, this is the problem also. Like, we're gonna be good for uploading, we're gonna be very good. And then I'm gonna slack off, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have problem. Oh, I don't know why my phones are full. What's going on? They're all full. Oh, what's going on? Oh, you're fucking up today. You're fucking up right now. Right? And again, I didn't check. So 279. 279. 279, 279, 279. Day 279. 269, no. 279. And Project Vendetta. Everything. You gotta focus. We're gonna copy and paste. We do more than one. Right? The chicken food did good. And again, this is a very broad. It's a very, 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 very broad why. Because I don't actually know how much the taxes are. I don't actually know. How much percent do we have for batteries? Percent. It's charging but not fast. I'm not gonna be able to clean. I'm gonna have to wait until tomorrow morning. What I'm gonna do is, which is dumb, I'm gonna wait a little bit and then I'm gonna clean. Well, tomorrow's gonna be better. I'm gonna wake up and do that. Yeah, okay, do that. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Okay. It's just discussing the apartment. Tomorrow's raining, so it should be pretty cool. I wanted to do it when a cool day. I want to clean on a cool day. Why? Because it's better. It's. I sweat a lot. I'm like I'm cleaning the apartment, but I'm sweating. It makes sense. So we're doing this 16 times 12 times 4, which is 768, right? Plus 200, right? Which is 968. 968, right? So my mom gives me about $200 per month. So it's not. How do I erase 968? So let's check it out. Right? Let's check it out. Clear history. Clear issue memories. Okay. 968 minus the rent, which is I did divided again. 968 minus 670, right? Minus 20 minus 20 is for the electricity. Minus the Wi-Fi 78 minus no, not plus, minus, yes, minus 38 minus what? Food, my mom's taking care of it. Minus hydro, the Wi-Fi, the phone. I don't have to do it anymore. And we get $200 per month left. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Not that bad. It's more than I thought. It's a lot more than I thought. It's a lot more.
I'm making 4 short games in 4 weeks.
Okay, so let's see what Zaki is doing. I want your things in my room. It's lagging. Wayne. Okay, so 3 out of 4 bugged. Okay, so the problem is them.
Je vous dis, guys, le meilleur, je niaise pas. Merci au client fidèle. Recette.
Okay, good. We'll be watching Wayne.
Là, je suis maître de mes propres.
Yeah, so we're almost done, guys. We're gonna finish this and then we're gonna go. Tonight I'm gonna do video games. So I would have 200 per month. This is more than I thought. Oops, I should have taken that job. I should have taken that job. Fuck. How did I not make it? I don't understand how I thought I had this and that. $200 per month is not like enormous, but it's a couple of it's a couple of, I don't know. It's $200 per month. That's 2,400 per. No, I don't know how much that is per year, but that's not a lot. Still better than nothing, right? So yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. But even then, it could have been a good job. Fuck. And that's a problem. There's a problem. But all of this to say, like, yes, should I work? Yes. Am I able to work? Yes. Just very selective. Just very selective. I was something stupid, but I was on this dating application, which is FetLife, which is a kink website for people that like to fur and they want to fur, right? So it's a kink friendly dating application, right? Cool. And there was this girl I used to chat with a lot. Nowadays she had a bit of she had a bad experience there. She made a dude that catfish him, that catfish her, and I'm like, dude, What you see is what you get. I'm ugly as fuck. And she's like, yeah, but I think you're cute. Like, okay, no problem. But she met with a guy that catfish her, and now she's afraid. She doesn't want to meet. I'm like, what, what, what kind of idiot would I be if I took this picture as a right? But hey, when it's just you and me, nobody else, so we can be free. Nobody else, so we can be free. Today we have the editing. Um, and she's talking about herself as a selective SLUT or a selective hoe, the farm tool. And I was like, you're on here, but to kind of date, to kind of meet people, but you're selective. And I don't know why that word kind of bugged me. First of all, insecurity. I'm like, okay, well, if she's picky, I'm not picked. Um, but then I put myself in her shoes, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah. And I've been having a lot of success on the application, right? No meetup yet, but I got a couple of really cool stuff. People are very open to share. Let's just say, and yeah. So, and with jobs, I'm like in a situation where I have to. I'm a bit more selective. Like you're judging her for romance, but you're doing the same thing for finance. Yeah, that now that I know that I would make $200 per month, I should have taken that job. And yes, after 5 months, if there's an opportunity to work more, the company was good too. The company was pharmacy. Yeah, it's basically so. It's super easy too. I should have taken that job. Basically, you're emptying the trucks and you're getting the boxes with the pills in, and you're just making sure that every single container for pills is okay. So you're making sure that they're not dented. You make sure that they're not open. You're making sure that there's still a seal inside, because otherwise it can be tampered with. It can be a different medication. You never know what happened. To make sure that there's a good quantity so nobody steals. So it's just a inventory for a pharmacy, which is very close to here, very close. When I go to my father's house, it's McDonald's that I used to go by a lot. Well, it's right there. Well, it's not right there. It's the McDonald's here. The McDonald's here, right? And the pharmacy is here. Should have taken that job. Anyway, all of this is say, if you're gonna do something, do make sure that you want to do it. Right? All this is say that. Should I be working? Yes. Could I find a job tomorrow? Yes. Am I gonna work just to work? Am I gonna make a paycheck? I'm gonna work for a paycheck? No. I want to work for someone that I trust, I care about, I believe in. And now I know what you're saying. Ink, this is selfish. This is foolish. No, it's not. No, it's not. If you were a vegan, would you work for a slaughterhouse? No. Okay. If you were a vegetarian, would you work for a slaughterhouse? No. If you were a omnivore, would you work for a slaughterhouse? Not necessarily. If you were a carnivore, would you work for a slaughterhouse? Not necessarily. Right? Not right. Let's go for something else. If you were an ex-alcoholic, would you work for a bar? No. If you were an ex-gambling addict, would you work for a system where, guys, the most prestigious that I had offered this one? I'm in the interview. I wanted to get it. I didn't get it. I'm sorry I didn't get it. I was going to work for Loto Quebec. Loto Quebec is what? Loto Quebec. So in Quebec, we have a system which is the gambling. So casinos, scratch tickets, right? You cannot have them in circulation. They have to go to the government. They have to be approved, right? I had an interview to work behind a kiosk. And basically, the only thing that you need to be was good at math, and I was good at math, which I didn't show right now because I made a mistake, but it's okay. And I didn't get your job. I don't know why I didn't get. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I didn't get the job. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't get the job. I'm gonna be honest, but I didn't get it. And after that, I thought about it. I'm like, this is literally a program by the government that is making it easier for people to fall into gambling addiction. And you're telling me that you want to work for them. Am I saying this is flawed? Am I saying that it's not a good company? No. Am I saying that shame on them? No. Am I saying that it's a bit weird that the government is promoting something that can create addiction? So you're not allowing drugs to be used, but you're promoting a system where gambling addiction is real. You're not allowing people to do drugs, but you're allowing people to buy alcohol at the supermarkets. And then your excuses, they choose to do it, right? How is alcohol less addictive than drugs? How is gambling less addictive than drugs? It's a question of self control, right? Do you do a are you doing a questionnaire? Are you asking a question? Are you able to buy alcohol no matter what? They ask you for your ID card. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret. If I was drinking at 14 years old and I became an alcoholic, versus if I did it at 21 years old and I start drinking, which is legal age in Canada. Well, no, it's 18 years old, by the way, but most countries it's 21. Right? I started drinking at 21 and I became an alcoholic. What's the difference? I still became an alcoholic. Okay, so the reality is, yes, at 21 years old, I have more life experience. I have a bigger understanding of who I am as a person. I have a bigger control over my life, absolutely. I also have a job. I also have my own place. I also have my own schedule. I also have my own money. I also don't have my parents to say, hey, don't drink. And if you do, drink responsibly. No, I don't have that. Right? Right? So then I was going to be working for that. Why? Because it was a government. It was the best job I could get. It was an amazing job. The pay was amazing. The hours were amazing. The insurance was amazing. It was a lifelong job. Fucking glad I didn't get it. Why? Because morally speaking, I have a little problem with that. And maybe it's a me problem. I still have a problem. On that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. We're gonna end here because, again, I want you guys to think about it, right? And I talked about long. No, we're not gonna end here. We're gonna do a small. I was supposed to clean the apartment. The reason why I'm gonna clean the apartment is because at 4% batteries, I'm not gonna wait the whole night. However, tomorrow morning, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wake up earlier and do something crazy tomorrow. Tonight we are playing video games, right? Tonight we're playing mobile games. Tomorrow is please. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah, what's Wednesday? It's tournament tomorrow, so we're gonna be playing the tournaments. We're gonna be playing the. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow. But if I'm lucky, I'm gonna wake up at 11 like we did today. I'm gonna be streaming from 11. I'm gonna be making videos from 11 to 2. Then I'm gonna be streaming from 2 to maybe 5. I'm gonna spend the last 2 hours gaming. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be okay. So love you guys. I could have streamed tonight, but the real story is that I don't know if I have the storage for that, and I want to edit something in the Speedster. I want to do a video of Speedster. So on that note, I love you guys. I really do. Take it easy. Peace. Always be nice. Always respect who you are as a person. Always respect your value. Respect your belief. Right? And that's something that I shouldn't say. I might get canceled for it. Don't care. Do not sell your belief. Do not sell your value. Don't bring your own confidence down for cash. I was looking at a video. It was so dumb. Riley Reid. I'm not saying she's dumb. Saying, "Oh, I wish my videos were taken off the internet." Are you dumb? It's never gonna happen. It's like, well, now that I'm older, I realize that it's a mistake, which it sucks for you. It really sucks. But you made banks. You made more money than most people on the planet. You're married. You have a kid. You're lucky. You want life, not because you made millions, because you have a husband and a kid. You want life. But now you regret, well, tough shit. You made the choice that you made, right? You didn't regret when you're making millions. You didn't regret when you're making $100,000. What was the price? Your whole future. What was the price? Well, your kid possibly will grow up, possibly will get recognized because she, or I don't know if it's a he or she, might look like you. Say, hey, your mom does porn. Or she used to do porn. Yeah. Money wasn't worth it. Money will never be worth it. After tonight, after the whole competition with my mom with the video, we've been here for 2 hours. What do you think I feel the worst about? Not working or hurting my mom's feelings? Huh? What pains me to say? Like, this is gonna be uploaded. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If I look like a bum, if I look like a loser, I don't care. I don't care. I did a whole speech yesterday about who cares what it looks like. I made a video to the garbage here. The garbage which I haven't filled up, I haven't brought down because I'm gonna have the two garbage. I'm gonna wait until they're full, and then I'm gonna bring them down. And you can see the garbage in the video. Do I care? No. I don't care how you view me. You view me as a bum, as a loser. I don't care. I care about my mom. I want her to be happy. I don't live for other people. I live for myself. And that's selfish, but I don't care. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Thank you for watching, as always. Picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. Picture, I'm coming with you. Dear Maria, count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, so I'm gonna think that you get down to carry you out. Domlink is Shibling from Content Show. It's doing Mobster having a wonderful day on this glorious 21st July 2026. We finished making videos. I was wanting to clean the apartment because it's filthy. However, we don't have the time to do it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna be playing video games, mobile games. So Tokyo Ghoul, I want to play it. I want to play this new game, which is what? Which is I got the name wrong because I got your picture, which is Star Sailor, right? I'm gonna do that. I want to stream, but I don't have the storage, and I'm gonna focus on that. What I'm gonna do is instead of doing like, for example, yesterday we did 5 hours of gaming on the mobile. What I want to do is I want to do a little bit less, which is possibly 3 hours. And what I want to do is I want to stream every single day. Let's bring it back. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. So I love you guys. Take it easy. Have a good evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get back. I don't wanna carry you out. There's a okay. Good night. Good night, Shield. Cause I got your picture. I'm coming with you, dear Maria. Count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm a saying, get back. I don't wanna carry you out. What are you looking at your time? There he is. Palm Beach Pete. Hey, I'm with Moses. He's kind, generous, philanthropic. He's giving away the Pepsi, which is officially discontinued today. How nice is that? And then there's a mystery Rolex as well too. So everybody, he's the legend, he's the goat, he does the right thing. This is the jeweler. The mystery Rolex that I can't tell you guys what it's gonna be. Sorry, good night. You don't love it? Hopefully it's gonna go to somebody who loves it. Now I'm gonna drive off with Palm Beach Pete right here. Good night. Love you. Voiceless. There he is. Palm Beach Pete. Hey, I'm with Moses. He's kind, generous. Good night, merchant. He's giving away the Pepsi, which is officially discontinued today. How nice is that? And then there's a mystery Rolex as well too. So everybody, he's the legend, he's the goat, he does the right thing. This is the jeweler. The mystery Rolex. I can't tell you guys what it's gonna be. I don't love him. You don't love him? I like that name better. to somebody who loves it. Now I'm gonna drive off with Palm Beach Beat right here, the fucking legends. Love you. Stay tuned a couple of hours. There he is. Palm Beach Beat. Yeah, I'm with Moses Taylor. He is kind, generous, philanthropic. He's giving away the Pepsi, which is officially discontinued today. How nice is that? And then there's a mystery Rolex as well too. So everybody, he's the legend, he's the go, he does the right thing. The mystery Rolex that I can't tell you guys what it's gonna be. I don't love him. You don't love him? I like that man better. Hopefully it's gonna go to somebody who loves it. Now I'm gonna drive off with Palm Beach Beat right here, the fucking legends. Love you. Stay tuned a couple of hours. There he is. Palm Beach Beat. Yeah, I'm with Moses Taylor. He's kind, generous, philanthropic. He's giving away the Pepsi, which is officially discontinued today. How nice is that? And then there's a mystery Rolex as well too. So everybody, he's the legend, he's the go, he does the right thing. The mystery Rolex that I can't tell you guys what it's gonna be. I don't love him. You don't love him? I like that man better. Hopefully it's gonna go to somebody who loves it. Now I'm gonna drive off with Palm Beach Beat right here, the fucking legends. Love you. Stay tuned a couple of hours. Good night, Trey. There he is. Palm Beach Beat. Yeah, I'm with Moses Taylor. He is kind, generous, philanthropic. He's giving away. Good night, Resistance. How nice is that? And then there's a mystery Rolex as well too. So everybody, he's the legend, he's the go, he does the right thing. The mystery Rolex. I can't tell you guys what it's gonna be. And good night, vods.